In a luxury apartment in Manhattan, Olivia Carter stood by the window, overlooking the city at dusk. At 42, she was a respected investment analyst on Wall Street. On her desk lay a wedding invitation. It was for her own wedding with her fiancé Ethan. Olivia took a deep breath as she looked back on her past. Marriage. It was a word that evoked joy, but also long-suppressed conflicts with her family. Especially complex was her relationship with her sister, Sophia. From childhood, Olivia and Sophia's relationship was colored by competition and jealousy. Sophia was the desired child, while Olivia was the unexpected gift born 10 months later. At least that's what their grandmother Martha used to say. Olivia traced back to her childhood memories, the days when her parents, James and Eleanor, clearly favored Sophia. In family photos, Sophia would be seated in the center while Olivia was positioned at the edge. On family trips, they would take only Sophia, often leaving Olivia with her grandparents. One summer day, when Olivia was 7, she overheard that her parents were taking Sophia to Disneyland. Her little heart leapt with joy. But that joy did not last long. "Sorry, Olivia." Her mother Eleanor's words still echoed in her ears. "This time, we're only taking Sophia. You'll get your turn next time." Olivia struggled to hold back her tears. "But I want to go too," her father James said sternly. "Olivia, just stay quietly at your grandparents'. Sophia needs special consideration." The words special consideration deeply engraved themselves in Olivia's heart. Why was Sophia always special? Why was she always second? However, that next time never came. Olivia spent the time alone at her grandparents', looking at family photos. The loneliness of that moment left a deep scar in her heart. As she grew older, around 6 or 7, Olivia began to acutely feel the unfairness of her treatment. Gradually, loneliness and anger started to sprout in her heart. For Olivia, the only solace was the time spent with her grandparents. Her grandfather George and grandmother Martha showered her with unconditional love. "Olivia, you are special." Martha's kind voice echoed in her memories. "But sometimes that can be a burden. Be strong." George introduced her to the joys of mathematics and science. The times he taught her became a safe haven for Olivia. There, she could study and explore freely, away from her parents' and sisters' scrutiny. One day, her grandfather showed her an old telescope. "This was passed down from my father," he said nostalgically. "Looking at the stars, you realize how small our problems are." That night, Olivia and George observed the stars on the rooftop. Amidst the vast universe, she felt her own insignificance, but also sensed infinite possibilities. "Knowledge is power, Olivia," George often said. "It's a treasure no one can take from you." Olivia escaped reality by reading books. She tried to prove her worth by solving math problems. But in her parents' eyes, she was just a good girl, never special. "Why can't you be more outgoing like Sophia?" Her father James's words stung. "Go outside and make some friends." But for Olivia, the outside world was always a threat. Her classmates called her weird and made her a target of ridicule. Sophia, popular as she was, never protected Olivia. In fact, she sometimes joined in the teasing. One day, during a school break, Olivia was reading a book in a corner of the library. Suddenly, her classmates surrounded her. "Look, she's reading alone again," a girl laughed. "Don't you have any friends?" Olivia blushed and was at a loss for words. Just then, Sophia passed by. For a moment, Olivia thought her sister might help her. However, Sophia looked at Olivia coldly and said, "Leave her alone. My sister is a bit special." Olivia's classmates burst into laughter. Olivia, clutching her book, ran into the bathroom and cried. The pain of being betrayed by her sister hurt her more deeply than the words of her classmates. During high school, the relationship between Olivia and Sophia became even more complex. Olivia excelled academically, while Sophia was sociable and popular. Every time Olivia answered correctly in class, her classmates sighed and muttered, "There she goes again." While she was proud of her talent, Olivia was tormented by loneliness. She immersed herself in libraries and labs, finding her worth through knowledge absorption. One day during a chemistry experiment, Olivia made a remarkable discovery. Her results challenged textbook theories. Excited, she reported to her teacher, who praised her talent. But the joy was short-lived. Sophia suddenly appeared and said, "Are you trying to draw attention with your weird experiments again? I'll tell Mom and Dad." Olivia was speechless. Why couldn't her sister be happy for her success? Why was she always trying to crush her? That evening, her parents scolded Olivia harshly. "Don't cause trouble for the teacher with unnecessary actions," her father scolded. "Just sit quietly in class," her mother added. Olivia cried in her room, pondering why her talent was seen as a sin. That night, she resolved to find a place where her talents would be recognized and to achieve success so undeniable that everyone would have to acknowledge her value. One day, Olivia formed a group with girls she met in art class. They understood and accepted her intellectual side. For the first time, Olivia felt the warmth of friendship. They gathered at a cafe after school, passionately discussing art, science, philosophy. Olivia freely expressed her opinions on every topic, impressing her friends with her knowledge and insight. "Olivia, you're really interesting," her friend Jessica said. "I wonder why I didn't get to know you sooner." Olivia felt she had finally found a place where she belonged. But this happiness was short-lived. Sophia wanted to join the group. She couldn't bear Olivia becoming close to anyone else. One afternoon, Sophia approached Olivia's group. "Hey, let me join too," she said sweetly. Olivia's friends were hesitant, knowing how Sophia had treated Olivia. "Sorry," Jessica said kindly. "But this group is." Sophia's expression turned fierce. "Why won't you let me join?" Sophia's voice of anger echoed in the hallway. "You're the worst sister." That night, Sophia complained to their parents, crying that Olivia was being mean and wouldn't let her join the friend group. Their parents sided with Sophia. "Olivia, why can't you be more compassionate?" Her mother Eleanor's reproachful words stung. "Sophia is your sister. Try to get along better." Olivia tried to stand by her decision, but it wasn't easy. There were nights when she cried into her pillow. Why did she have to suffer like this? Why couldn't her parents understand her feelings? However, this experience made her stronger. Olivia learned that her value lay not in others' judgments but within herself. She dedicated herself even more to her studies, setting her sights on a future goal to succeed on Wall Street. That was her form of revenge and self-affirmation. In her final year of high school, Olivia won a national mathematics contest. Her name became known throughout the school and was even featured in the local newspaper. For the first time, Olivia tasted the joy of having her talent recognized. However, this joy was fleeting as new problems arose at home. Sophia was jealous of Olivia's success, fearing that their parents' attention would shift to Olivia. One day, Sophia told their parents a lie about Olivia. Sophia told them that Olivia had a secret boyfriend and was using drugs. James confronted Olivia harshly. "Is it true?" His voice trembled with anger. "I can't believe you would do such a thing." Olivia tried desperately to explain, but he wouldn't listen to her. Eleanor just stood there silently. "Why won't you believe me?" Olivia pleaded through tears. "I've always been honest." You only believe Sophia's words. However, their parents' attitude remained unchanged. In their eyes, Sophia was always right, and Olivia was the problem child. Filled with anger and disappointment, Olivia strongly accused Sophia. "Why would you lie like that?" she shouted. "What have I ever done to you?" Then, suddenly, Sophia pushed Olivia. Olivia hit her head on a shelf behind her, and blood gushed from her nose. The betrayal from her family hurt more deeply than the physical pain. Their parents took Olivia to the hospital, but they continued to defend Sophia. It was an accident, James repeated. Sophia didn't mean it. Alone in the hospital waiting room, Olivia sat quietly. The pain in her head and heart mingled, and tears filled her eyes. A nurse approached her kindly. "Are you okay? What happened?" Her voice was warm. Olivia hesitated. Olivia had never spoken to anyone about her family's issues before, but Olivia felt she couldn't endure it anymore. Olivia took a deep breath and began to tell her everything. The nurse listened intently, nodding occasionally. When Olivia finished, she spoke quietly. "I'm worried about your safety. May I contact Child Protective Services?" Olivia hesitated for a moment, but then nodded. She thought this might be the only way to change the situation. CPS's involvement caused a huge stir in the family. Her parents were furious and blamed Olivia. "Why did you do that?" Eleanor's scream echoed through the hospital corridors. "How could you let outsiders know about our family issues? You betrayed your family." James looked at Olivia coldly. "You are now a disgrace to our family. Don't ever show your face again." Olivia listened to her parents' words with tears streaming down her face. Her heart felt like it was being torn apart. But she also felt a strange sense of liberation. As a result of this incident, Olivia moved in with her grandparents. Her parents hardly resisted. In fact, they seemed almost relieved that Olivia was leaving the house. At her grandparents' home, Olivia experienced the warmth of a true family for the first time. Olivia woke up to the smell of her grandmother's breakfast every morning, and at night she enjoyed philosophical conversations with her grandfather while stargazing. "Life isn't easy," Olivia, her grandfather, said. "But with each difficulty you overcome, you become stronger. Don't forget you have infinite potential." After graduating from high school, Olivia received a full scholarship to Columbia University. The moment Olivia stepped onto the campus, she felt a surge of emotion. Here, she could start a new life. No one knew her past. No one saw her as Sophia's sister, but as Olivia. University life was full of surprises for Olivia. Her intelligence and diligence were highly regarded, and she became well known among the professors. Her friends accepted and respected her unique personality. Olivia particularly shone in economics classes. Her sharp analytical skills and original thinking amazed the professors. One day, a renowned professor stopped her. "Olivia, your latest report was excellent," he smiled. "You have great potential. Would you be interested in working on Wall Street?" Olivia's eyes lit up. This was the opportunity she had been waiting for. However, occasionally, when she remembered her family, she felt a painful tightening in her chest. Her contact with her parents was rare, mostly just a birthday card sent her way. She heard nothing from Sophia. Sometimes Olivia would look through her family albums, pictures of her smiling parents and Sophia, with her standing on the edge. Each time she saw those photos, her heart filled with complex emotions. In her sophomore year in college, Olivia met Ethan in the library. He was a law student who understood her intellect and introverted nature. They clicked and eventually became a couple. "You're an incredible person, Olivia." Ethan's words resonated with her. "I can't believe your family misses that." Being with Ethan gave her a new perspective. She learned the joy of being loved and reevaluated her own worth. It also made her deeply contemplate her relationship with her family. "Should I forgive them?" Olivia asked Ethan one night. He chose his words carefully. "That's for you to decide." "But I've heard that forgiving isn't for the other person, it's for lifting the weight off your own heart." Olivia pondered his words for a long time. Gradually, something inside her began to change. After graduating, Olivia joined a major investment bank on Wall Street. Her analytical skills and insights were highly valued, and she quickly climbed the ranks. By her mid-30s, she was a noted figure in the industry. One day, Olivia was assigned a major project that could define her career. She worked through many sleepless nights to prepare the best presentation possible. On the day of the presentation, the conference room was packed with executives. Despite her nerves, Olivia began confidently. Her analysis was sharp, her proposals innovative. After she finished, the room fell silent. Then, the CEO stood and started to clap. The other executives followed. "Great job, Mizu Carter," the CEO said with a broad smile. "Thanks to you, our company will make significant progress." At that moment, Olivia felt her talents were fully recognized. Tears welled up in her eyes. It was the moment all her hard work paid off. Meanwhile, Ethan had become a successful lawyer working on human rights issues. Despite their busy lives, they supported each other and shared a strong bond. After 8 years together, Ethan proposed. He knelt in front of her favorite painting at the museum Olivia loved. "Olivia, I want to share my life with you," his voice trembled. "Will you marry me?" Olivia nodded through tears. "Yes, gladly." That night, as they discussed our future, an inevitable topic came up: whether to invite her family to the wedding. Olivia called her grandparents to share the news. Their voices of joy brought tears to her eyes. "Your happiness means everything, Olivia," her grandmother's warm voice said. "You deserve this." But reaching out to her parents and Sophia was not easy. Years of resentment slowed her hand as she tried to dial their numbers. Olivia started the call several times but stopped. Memories of the past and current emotions clashed within her. Ultimately, Olivia decided to send a brief message. Olivia wrote and rewrote it several times, finally settling on a simple text. "Dad, Mom, and Sophia, I am engaged to a man named Ethan. Our wedding is on the 15th next month. You are welcome to attend if you'd like." After pressing send, Olivia's heart pounded. She spent the next few days uneasy, unable to focus at work or sleep at night. Ethan supported her gently. "It's okay, Olivia. Whatever their response, I'm here with you." As expected, her parents' reply was lukewarm. "Congratulations. Your father should walk you down the aisle," her mother's message read. It was a demand, not a blessing. Sophia's response was even worse. "Are you trying to shame me by getting married before your older sister? You always think only of yourself." Reading these messages, Olivia felt a painful tightness in her chest. Even after all these years, nothing had changed with her family. It was sad to realize that she had no family to genuinely rejoice in her success and happiness. Olivia sought Ethan's help. "Should I invite them? But if they come, they will surely ruin the ceremony." Ethan took her hand. "I support whatever decision you make, but I want you to choose without regrets. This is our day, but it might also be a chance to reconcile with your family." Olivia thought deeply for a long time. She wavered between the pain of the past and a slight hope for reconciliation. Inside her, a dialogue started between the memories of her childhood and her current self. 2 weeks before the wedding, Olivia made her final decision. She would invite her parents and Sophia, but they would not have major roles. "Dad, I've asked Grandpa to walk me down the aisle," Olivia told her father over the phone. After a moment of silence, her father's angry voice came through. "What a selfish daughter. We raised you." Olivia, controlling her trembling voice, responded, "Yes, you raised me, but it was my grandparents who loved me. On the most important day of my life, I want someone by my side who truly supports me." It seemed her father lost his words for a moment, but he quickly regained his anger. "You are no longer our daughter." After the call ended, Olivia cried for a long time. But these were not only tears of sadness. They were also tears of liberation. Years of suppressed emotions were finally being released. Ethan simply held Olivia without a word. No words were necessary. His presence alone comforted her. Preparations for the wedding progressed steadily. Olivia, amidst her busy schedule, ran around selecting dresses and arranging flower arrangements, temporarily forgetting her family issues. However, a week before the wedding, Another shock awaited her. It was a call from her father. "Olivia, I need to talk to you." His voice was tense. "About your wedding day. I can't make it anymore." Olivia's heart nearly stopped. "What do you mean?" "Sophia has been promoted to VP of a major company. The celebration is on the same day as your wedding." His words faded away. Memories from Olivia's childhood came flooding back vividly. Days when Sophia was always the priority, the pain of being secondary. And now, even on the most important day of her life, they chose her sister. "I understand," Olivia responded coldly. "Enjoy yourselves." After hanging up, Olivia collapsed to the floor. Ethan rushed over and held her. "It's okay, Olivia? I'm here with you." His voice helped her regain some strength. That night, Olivia couldn't sleep. She stood by the window, looking out over nighttime Manhattan. The city lights seemed to reflect her complex emotions. Memories kept coming back. The day she wasn't taken to Disneyland. The parents who didn't celebrate her school successes. The days she was punished for Sophia's lies. And the moment she was coldly kicked out after CPS's intervention. Olivia took a deep breath. Yes, that's enough. She no longer needed her parents' or Sophia's approval. She had her own life. She had Ethan, understanding friends, and grandparents who loved her unconditionally. The next morning, Olivia woke up with a determined expression. "Ethan, we will go ahead with our wedding as planned. Even if my parents and Sophia aren't there, we have our true family." Ethan smiled gently. "Yes, we have each other. And we have your grandparents who love you, and our friends." On the wedding day, Olivia walked to the altar on the arm of her grandfather George. She wore a pure white dress, with small flowers in her hair. The venue was filled with their dear friends. Though her parents and Sophia were absent, Ethan's loving gaze enveloped her. "We are creating a new family," Olivia whispered to herself internally. "A family filled with understanding and love." As they exchanged vows, Olivia looked into Ethan's eyes, where she saw unconditional love. "I vow to love, respect, and cherish Olivia Carter, in sickness and in health, for better or for worse." Ethan's voice trembled with emotion. Olivia repeated the words. At that moment, she felt truly liberated. At the reception, Olivia danced with a smile, surrounded by her closest friends. Her grandparents watched their granddaughter with pride. Ethan's parents also warmly welcomed Olivia as if she were their own daughter. However, the absence of her parents and Sophia remained a slight pain in her heart. During a break from dancing, Olivia stood by the window, looking out. Unexpectedly, Sophia approached her. "Olivia." Sophia's voice was shaky. "I want to apologize." Surprised, Olivia turned around. Sophia was dressed in a glamorous dress, but looked tired. "Sophia, why are you here?" Olivia couldn't hide her confusion. "I left my promotion celebration early," Sophia said quietly. "I felt I needed to be here at your wedding." Olivia was overwhelmed with mixed emotions: anger, sadness, and a glimmer of hope. "I truly regret what I've done," Sophia continued. "I've always been jealous of your strength, your intelligence, and the love you received." Olivia listened silently as her sister spoke. "It may be hard to repair our relationship," Sophia said, "but if you can forgive me, I'd like to start over." Olivia took a deep breath. Years of emotions clashed within her. "Sophia, I can't forgive you easily," Olivia said quietly. "But I'm glad you came. Perhaps we can slowly build our relationship." Tears glistened in Sophia's eyes. She hesitantly reached out her hand to Olivia, who after a moment's hesitation took it. They stood side by side in silence, looking out at the Manhattan nightscape that seemed to celebrate a new beginning. 2 months after the wedding, a message from her parents arrived in Olivia's mailbox. "Olivia, we've made a big mistake. We deeply regret not attending your wedding. We don't know if you can forgive us, but if possible, we'd like to meet and talk." Olivia was torn with complex emotions. Should she forgive them, or should she continue to cut ties? She refrained from replying immediately. "Ethan, what do you think?" She consulted her husband. Ethan smiled gently. "Maybe it's okay to wait until you feel settled. There's no need to rush." Olivia nodded. Yes, she no longer needed to be rushed into any decisions. She could take her time and honestly face her feelings. A new life, a new family, and the possibility of reconciling with the past. Various options lay before Olivia. She took a deep breath, ready to step forward into the future. She also decided to start therapy to heal past traumas and build healthier relationships. "I have a loving husband, understanding friends, and grandparents who love me unconditionally." Olivia reminded herself, "I am not alone. I can get through this." A new chapter was beginning. Though challenges awaited, Olivia had the strength to overcome them. Moreover, she was blessed with a true family. Blood alone does not define a family. Love and understanding forge real bonds. Olivia looked out the window. The Manhattan nightscape shone brightly. A new day and new challenges awaited. But for now, a calm happiness spread through her heart. Ethan embraced her from behind. "What are you thinking about?" Olivia smiled. "Our future. And reconciling with the past." "Let's overcome it together," Ethan said gently. Wrapped in her husband's arms, Olivia felt secure. She had built her life through her choices, and now she is ready to move forward with her new family. This is not an end, but a new beginning. A new chapter in Olivia's life is about to unfold.